Hey, everybody.
Hello, we're
Wel-
together.
Welcome from Virginia. Rest stop somewhere, mile marker, I don't know what, on some highway, I don't know which, but
81.
81. Oh, okay.
81.
We're on
We're
81.
on 81.
Headed back home after speaking at the,
Mid Atlantic Chimney Association, other
yeah,
words known as MACA.
had a good time.
Had a great time. And oh, did we have fun. I think we shared a lot on AI and what's coming down the pike. And I think everybody that was there was like, whoa,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It
this
was
is a lot of
very
fun.
futuristic. We actually took time and used some AI tools to create a chimney brochure. We created images with AI and then wrote the content for the brochure using AI tools. So that was a lot of fun. So anyway, today though we're not talking so
We're
much
not going
about
to be
AI.
talking about AI. But we're here together, so I'm not, you're running everything today.
Am I running it?
Yeah, you're
All right.
running it all. So
Okay.
there we go. So we're going to talk about managing and responding to reviews, and really what I want to talk about is, well, if I could do that, is this: best practices for responding to reviews, good and bad, because that really is managing. If you do best practices, you will manage your reviews in a very very efficient, sufficient, and positive way. So, you ready to dive in?
I think so.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Number one, set up alerts. What does that mean, Carter?
Well, Google has the ability for you to be able to set up alerts to be able to know when someone has reviewed your business. There's other tools out there that will alert you too if you've hooked up your Google Business Profile to other solutions. Like our Customer-Matic does that.
Mm-hmm.
Allows you to get an email every time somebody leaves you a review, or a text message if you want that, so that you can go and see the review and respond to it. Always have an alert set up though, so that you get to know as soon as a review is posted, you get eyes on it and can decide whether or not it needs an immediate response. The longer a review sits out there without a response, the more eyeballs that see it, and a negative review can potentially impact you. The quicker you're able to respond and people see your response alongside the negative review, it undoes a lot of that damage.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good. So setting up those alert is really key. Keeps you on your toes. Here's another one: monitor it regularly. Whether you have alert or not, a lot of times people will set up an alert not just getting a review, but they just want to know when they get a negative review, because that's they think that's the only time they need to respond, which is not true, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Um, but no matter how you have it set up, make sure you're monitoring everywhere reviews come in. I mean, reviews can come in, yes. Google, we all know about that one. Facebook, we all know about that one. But there are some other platforms. Yelp, a lot of people hate Yelp, but Yelp works really well for some companies. So, don't discount Yelp, because they do get pulled from time to time from places. Yellow Pages, I still see Yellow Pages out. I still see the BBB. I still see some things from Angie's List and Home Advisor. I mean, everywhere that you get reviews, everywhere people can either praise or complain about you, you need to make sure that you are spending some time on a weekly basis, not monthly, but on a weekly basis, just doing a really good, thorough check through those platforms. So here you go, Carter.
All right. Well, I kind of already said this in the one that I just did when you set up
Mm-hmm.
alerts, but the thing that you majorly want to do is good and bad reviews. Make sure that you're responding. The prompter, the more prompt. Boy, I can't talk. I'm tired.
It's all right.
The more promptlier.
Promptlier. We'll just make up names. We'll just start. We'll have new names and new numbers and new words. What can we say?
Respond fast. How's
There
that?
you go.
Um, it's bad form these days to leave a review languishing out there without hearing from the owner, without specifically addressing um, what the review is about. Good reviews too. And I'll speak to that. I mean, the faster you reply to good reviews, um, Google takes that into account, and it knows that you're a very responsive business, and that you're very involved, very socially and community aware and connected. So
Mhm.
you definitely want to get those review responses uh, out there as quickly as you can on every platform, not just Google.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And the other thing is people don't realize what you just said is so true about being prompt. I mean, there's some places if you're not prompt in answering the phone, answering, the message, and answering the review or dealing with a review, especially a negative review, you kind of get penalized. The algorithms out there are the ones looking at this. You don't have real people out there anymore. It's all algorithm driven. So they have time, I guess, time triggers on them, and they want you to do it quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just it. So thank your customers for positive reviews. This is one of the I get some feedback sometime on this, and part of what I get feedback on is, hey, I just don't have time. I don't have time to deal with all the reviews. So all I can do, if the only thing I can do is respond to a negative view, if that's all I've got time to do, then that's what I'm going to do. Well, that's fine. That's totally up to you. It's fine if you just do not think you have the time. But I tell people all the time, especially in the fall, almost every owner I know loves football, and they're watching their favorite team on a Thursday night, a Monday night, a Sunday during the day at some point. If all you're doing is while you're watching TV during the commercials, just go through your reviews, and just say, thank you so much. I really appreciate you leaving me such a fine review. Really, it's just great. And just very quickly, you do that every week, you can keep up with all the negative and the positive reviews. So that's a pretty easy way to do that. So, and we're going to talk about negative reviews. So, talk about answering those reviews professionally. That's the
So
word. We all know we need to answer them, but professionally.
when a negative review comes in, the first thing you do is crack your fingers, sit down at the keyboard, and type a furious reply back to them, absolutely ripping them a new one, and then highlight the whole thing and delete it.
Mm-hmm. Good advice. Good advice.
Just get it out of your system, because that's not the draft you're going to use to put online. Um, some people have a trusted person in their business, or a spouse, a brother or sister, a friend, that will just be the sounding board for all of that, to help just sort of get it off my chest, and it's unfair, and this customer, this and that, and blah, 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 and sort of process it, but then sit down and go, okay, now how do we really need to respond to this? And I'll just say, in the world of online, where your next business, all of your business, is essentially going to be looking at the reviews and the responses, you got to learn how to eat crow. You got to like the taste of it. You got to, just decide right now that sometimes, backing away from a fight, which is a hard thing for business owners to do. We're scrappy. We like to engage. We like, to push back when people are criticizing our baby. But you got to learn how to, walk away from that fight and be nice. And that's a hard thing to do. Professional, though, also means not being a pushover, not being completely, taking all the blame or anything else. I mean, you can definitely say, hey, look, I understand that we had a difficult situation with your particular job and things didn't work out like you wanted. And I'm sorry that we couldn't help you more, but your demands ended up being, something that we've never in our 25 years of doing business ever had a customer be as unreasonable, about some of these things. If there's ever a chance for us to serve you again, with a reasonable request, we certainly entertain that possibility. However, you know, we just felt that we had to part ways because, you know, it wasn't going to be good for either of us.
Well, and sometimes you have to part ways because you find out that you have a different value system. I mean, what you value and what a customer values is not always the same thing. And, you know, we're all different people, and that doesn't mean, you know, people are good, bad, indifferent, or whatever. It just means you find out that either culturally or value wise, it's just not a fit. So every person doesn't need to be your customer. I mean, I think that's the deal. But the other thing about being professional, I think, is this: take the conversation offline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of times, you know, it's the difference. I mean, think of it this way. I think of it. So you're walking down the street and you spit, and somebody has a camera and they catch you spitting, you know, and then they put it all over Facebook that you're a spitter, you know, and then it just somebody piles on and says, "Oh my God, I can't believe he spit there." You know, I mean, and it just goes on and on and on, and it's like crazy. And all you did was spit. Okay, I'm not saying it's good, not saying it's bad, not even saying it's polite. I don't know, but that's all you did. Just think of that in terms of how that ratchets up when people are watching you respond and then the other person respond and you respond, the other person respond. All this is public. So if you can say, "Hey, I really appreciate you leaving the review. I'd like to get to the bottom of this. Can we take this offline? Here's my phone number," you know, that kind of a thing. Get it offline. And that way you can have the conversation. If you want to have a call, if you know, by email, however you want to do it. I think that's the better way to do that. Sorry, we got a little adjustment we're gonna have to make.
My fan is spinning on my computer because my leg is blocking me.
Yeah. So let's try to rejigger this a minute. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. So that was I don't even know where we were. Take the conversation offline. So the next one we're going to do is learn and improve. So this is one of the things that I think people forget that they should be using reviews this way. And that is reviews, good and bad. A lot of times the bad ones are actually the best ones that you learn from. A lot of times you can find the things in your business that might be broken, might be a little bit wonky, may need some additional clarification, more communication, you know, all different kinds of things that you can find embedded in those reviews. So in that case, you know, learn from them and improve your business. And it's a great deal. And then Carter, I'm gonna let you take this one, maybe if I can get to it. There you go.
Yeah, encourage reviews. The number one way you encourage reviews is to be present in your reviews and responding to the reviews that you've already gotten. When people see that a business owner takes the time to thank customers who have taken the time to leave a review, they just read those and it warms their heart. I mean, now it's a two-way love fest, and they go, "Man, I want to be a part of this." And so they're much more likely to leave a review. They feel much more encouraged to do it. Certainly there's things that you need to be doing to prepare your technicians in the field to ask for reviews. You want to send out, you know, emails, put it at the bottom of your invoices. You know, text messages are a great way to ask for reviews as well when you do a job and you know you've hit a home run. So certainly use the tools that are available, and there's so many of them, and we don't need to talk about all of them right now. Customer-matic is one of them, though. So, but yeah, ask for the review. Encourage people to get reviews, and encourage your people, your staff, your team to ask for reviews as well.
But even if you ask for a review, if you don't tell the person how to go do it, show them where they need to go to get it done. So also include that.
Yeah.
So that is we're gonna call it there because I think your arms are going to give out.
My arm is about to fall off, yes.
Yeah. So Spark Live is also released as a podcast on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podvine, or your favorite player. And next week, if I can get this thing down here. Oh, I hate these things. Okay, next week, it's Q&A with Carter and Taylor. How's that?
Sounds
I know
good.
what it is. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We appreciate you being here. If you give us a thumbs up, a heart, something, if you really like what's going on, we so appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.